We need a man like Traoré. We need independent leaders. We don't need leaders who have been tied to a colonial system and a colonial past for so many years.
We are hoping that they will learn from his example, yeah, and look after Africa's minerals, protect it, and know that we are only going to distribute it on our terms in the future. We have come home, and I've been coming here from 1993.
We need to make sure, as the other brother said, that we're in charge of all our mineral wealth and that it's benefiting the people here in Africa, not building Europe. It's already built Europe for the last 400 or 500 years, and we've gone without what we're supposed to have. So we want to build our own economies, build our infrastructures, and look after our people and grow as the superpower that we're meant to be, that we used to be.
We came here specifically to show solidarity to an exemplary leader here on the continent, who's blazing the trail and setting the pace for all other African leaders to emulate. So we are hoping that they will learn from his example, yeah, and look after Africa's minerals, protect it, and know that we are only going to distribute it on our terms in the future and not on anybody else dictating to us how we should be, sending it out from our continent. Yeah. So with that, I will close. Yeah, and hope that we understand that this message is being sent a wider field, to the entire world. Yeah, that we have enough is enough, and it's time we have true sovereignty on our continent.
Yeah. Generally, I was the first and foremost to make up the numbers and to make sure that we got a decent amount of people that to come here. But generally, I'm here because we need a man like Traoré. We need independent leaders. We don't need leaders who have been tied to a colonial system and a colonial past for so many years. I personally, I've got a voting right in this country, but I've made my promise to myself that I will not vote in this country again until we cut ties. Do you know what I mean? Not so much with the MPP or the NDC, but we just want our leaders to cut the ties with the old guard that we've been tied to, with France, America, England, and such. We've got our own resources. We need to be spending it on ourselves. We can't be having, Europe, the West dictating to us for another 400 years, or else our young people, our future, we will have none. We will have nothing and they will have it all. You know what I mean? That's all I want to say. So I want to see more young people, older people joining in things like this. You know what I mean? Because we've got to put a stop to this injustice across the world. The truth of the matter is this: 1% black and you're all black. You know what I mean? The white man tells you that. You understand me? I said, so any mixed race, quarter caste, half caste, they are black. And we have to know that we're black. You understand me? I'm saying so all our Caribbean countries need to get on board. But the truth of the matter is this: you know what I mean? Our leaders in the Caribbean as well, they've been compromised as well by the West for a long time. America with Jamaica and they're all compromised. So we need basically a fresh start, a new start. Do you know what I mean? So we can make some proper leaps. We can't be like this for another 400 years, blood. That's my view.
Greetings. I don't want to say a lot, but yeah, I'm happy to be here today. And it's Africa for the Africans at home and abroad. And the struggle is not just with Burkina Faso and the other African countries. Sorry, we need to also focus on Haiti, and we also need to focus on the DRC to try and get freedom for all African countries that are being exploited by the West and by America. So, yeah, that's what I want to say. I'm happy to be here today as part of African liberation.
5 years to come, what is your wish for something like this that is happening? What is the plan for within 5 years? Do you want to see changes? And if it is in 5 years, what kind of changes do you want?
Well, we need to make sure, as the other brother said, that we're in charge of all our mineral wealth and that it's benefiting the people here in Africa, not building Europe. It's already built Europe for the last 400 or 500 years, and we've gone without what we're supposed to have. So we want to build our own economies, and build our infrastructures, and look after our people, and grow as the superpower that we're meant to be, that we used to be. That's all. That's all. 5 years time.
What is your message to the Caribbean country? You representing Jamaican, right?
Well, I'm African. We're Africans. We're all Africans. The people in the Caribbean were taken as enslaved people. They were free people enslaved by the Europeans and brought to the Caribbean. The same blood that runs through the Ghanaians and the other African countries is the same blood that runs through those that's in the Caribbean. So we're all unifying. We're all raising our consciousness now in order for us to get to the next level.
So they just gave us the names of different Africans with borders. Are you into like free borders that we can move freely?
Yes, because we were all, certain tribes, and the tribes were divided when the Europeans marked those lines on the maps. They divided all the different tribes. So there's, tribes that are Ghanaian tribes that are in Nigeria, Nigerian tribes that are in Ghana. It's just, we're all one people divided by these lines. Those lines need to be removed so we can then act as one people. Unity is a strength.
Unity is good. Thank
Yes.
you so much for that. Do you have social media? That's what you do. People can also be in support of what you guys are doing in Ghana. How many years have you been in Ghana?
Yeah, social media.
How many
15
years?
years.
15
Yes,
years.
yes,
I've
yes.
been living in Ghana. Yeah.
I've been here 17 years.
And the
Yeah,
first
and
time-
we both have acquired our British citizenship. I mean, our Ghanaian citizenship.
Yes, we have our gun, and passport, and and at 19 years,
So we have come home,
I'm on land, yeah, so
and I've been coming here from 1993.
Wow.
in 1987,
I would do one-on-one interview with you
Yeah.
when I have to go and then come back.
All right.
One interview. I'll be in the video. I will not be at the back of the video. I want to be in it. Thank you so much.
Honorable,
Ja.
honorable.
we need a man like Traoré. We need independent leaders. We don't need leaders who have been tied to a colonial system and a colonial past for so many years.
We are hoping that they will learn from his example, yeah, and look after Africa's minerals, protect it, and know that we are only going to distribute it on our terms in the future.